This is Town Square Sunday on demand. And now, 1420 WBSM's Jim Phillips.
Good morning and welcome to Town Square Sunday. I'm Jim Phillips. This is a community affairs program that highlights individuals and organizations that are working to make the South Coast a better place to live and work. This morning, we'll meet a New Bedford businesswoman honored by the NAACP, Vistaprint, and the Boston Celtics Shamrock Foundation. Jaden Teixeira is the owner of Suga Stationery in New Bedford. He was recently awarded a Power Forward small business grant totaling $25,000 because her business shows exceptional promise and dedication. Jaden, first off, congratulations. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
And tell us a little bit about your business, Suga.
Sure. So we started back in 2022. I had recently had my daughter. I've always been, into the arts, and I'm a very creative being. So after I had my daughter, I was looking for something to do. I was a stay-at-home mom, and I decided to jump right in and sell my art. Didn't know how to. I was clueless. But I seen that there was a need for BIPOC-based artwork and faith-based in the community, and I jumped on it. So that's how I really got started. It was a rough start, but it's been amazing. Now,
we're going to talk about the grant. We're also going to talk about a program called NB 100. Nella Perry is here from the New Bedford Economic Development Group, and they they're the people in charge of NB 100. Pretty important group, and we'll tell you why in just a second. Jaden, your business was also a recipient of a grant from NB 100, a program put together by the New Bedford Economic Development Council to help promising entrepreneurs get started.
Yes.
Nella Perry is here from NB 100. And so, Nella, let's ask you, Suga Stationery really met all the criteria here, and that's what you need in order to get one of these grants. But it is a grant.
Yes.
It's not a loan.
It is a grant,
to pay it
Jim.
back. You're going to meet some criteria. Tell us about that.
So NB 100 is a grant program, and the purpose of it is to promote entrepreneurship, grow local wealth, and strengthen community bonds. And you can find more in terms of eligibility and all the criteria on our website at www.nbedc.org.
Mm-hmm. It is the kind of thing, really, that, sometimes opportunity hits you in the face, and that probably may have been what happened
smacked me.
with Jaden. But clearly, to get started, you need capital.
Oh, yes.
If you're going to do a storefront, if you're going to, heaven forbid, build a building or anything like that, you need capital to do those kinds of things. And Jaden, that's where you found yourself, right?
Yes. So I was founded and started doing markets locally, the Buy Black, New Bedford Buy Black with Justina Perry. She's amazing. And then I started doing SOAM out of Seekonk Fall River area. Those were great, but I knew I wanted more. I just didn't really know what that looked like yet. I just knew I had to build some type of capital. And when I did the EFRAL program, I actually met Samia Walker at one of the Buy Black events, and she handed me a pamphlet, said, let's get this going, check it out. I started that, and that's when I learned about NB 100 and all these opportunities for my business to grow. So in October of 2023, I was given the opportunity to open it. Wait, was it 2023 or 2022? I was given the opportunity to open up a storefront, which was amazing. And that's actually where NB 100 came in, because I didn't have the capital to really get everything I wanted to. I was going to kind of open just bare bones. And when I found out I got the grant, I was actually a few weeks before my opening. So I was able to, get a bunch of inventory and furniture. It really brought my business to a different level.
That's great. And of course, how did you get involved with the Boston Celtics Shamrock Foundation?
Yes.
I mean, your business was open. You had your NB 100 grant to help you do that.
Yes. So
How did the next step happen?
So I started to look for more grants and more opportunities because I knew I didn't want to take out a loan. That was like my biggest thing. I knew I didn't want to have that debt right away. So I was looking for other opportunities to build my business's capital. So I found out about Hello Alice, which is a free website where small businesses can go and apply to different loans. Loans and grants, actually. So I seen the Boston Celtics grant and I had to make a video for it. And I was just like, I'm not going to get this. Like, there's no way they're going to pick little old me. Like, I've only been in business for, at that point, it wasn't even like 2 years. I was like, this is impossible. I'll just do it and forget about it. I applied in July of 2023. And I heard in October, they wanted me to come up and go to a Celtics game and do like this business meetup and mingle. So I was like, I didn't think anything of it. And my husband was like, Jaden, I kind of don't know. Maybe something's brewing here. So when I got awarded, I was just shocked. I cried. There were so many emotions, but it honestly came at the perfect time because it's amazing. 2 days before I got the email from the director of the Power Forward grant, I actually announced that I was closing my storefront and moving completely online. So with that pivot, a lot of stress and just imposter syndrome comes. And then 2 days later, I was awarded a grant. So it was a blessing.
Now, this grant was for $25,000.
Yes.
It's not small change, that's
No.
for sure. Did you, obviously you applied.
Yes.
There was a wait.
Yes.
A few months, but must have been pretty exciting to go to the garden.
That was my first time there.
And be told, hey, you're getting a big check.
Oh, yes. And I met Jason Tatum. So that was amazing.
Yeah.
But it was my first time at the garden. So I was already happy just to be there.
Sure.
When they brought out the big check, I was like, please tell me you're not joking. And like, this is amazing. It was quite the experience.
Well, I'm sure it was. And it, as you say, it brought your business to a different level.
Yes.
What do you mean by that?
So because I had that pivot of moving from my storefront to completely online, I was at a point almost of a standstill because I loved having my storefront, but I knew now I had to take a different approach to bringing my stationery products, to the public. Mm-hmm. And now I have the marketing budget for it. I also have so many new products I'm trying to release, and this gives me, the funds to do so, because running a business is no small feat, especially I'm a one-woman show. So it takes a lot out of my husband's wallet and our time. So now we're able to move things around, and I have so much more confidence in bringing out new products because I know I have the money to back me in my marketing. So
right. Have you kept your storefront?
No. So now we've closed up. We closed in November of 2023, officially all done. I am thinking of opening a new storefront. I do have the funds to do so now. So I'm just looking for like the perfect location. That's the biggest thing. I really am looking for that foot traffic and just a welcoming, fun community. And
right now you're selling online.
Yes.
Where do people go?
www.brwnsuga.co.
Okay, there you go. So it's great that you met Jason Tatum.
It was great.
Probably what you talk about first. But but the money is big too. You're listening to Town Square Sunday. I'm Jim Phillips. My guest is Jaden Teixeira of Brown Suga Stationery in New Bedford, and also Nella Perry of NB 100, a program that gives a financial boost to startup businesses. It's run through the New Bedford Economic Development Council. So, Nella, how does NB 100 work? What kind of steps do you have to take in order to apply and receive a grant?
So the way it works, Jim, is that applicants will have to go through the application process.
Yeah.
So they go on to our website and they look for that when we open again for the new round. And that should be the end of this month.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be ready to open. So they'll go in there and fill out all of the requirements. And one of those is it has to be a New Bedford business, because we're supporting the local entrepreneurs here. And you go through it. You put in your New Bedford business certificate, and answer all of the questions that are applicable. And then once you submit that, it goes through the review process internally. There may be some questions in between, but we're here to help.
I understand it's a panel of folks
Yes.
who will work with the EDC.
Oh no! So the technical assistance portion actually went away this time around.
Okay.
So applicants are no longer required to do the 10-hour technical assistance.
Yeah.
We will be offering more support via our source link, New Bedford source link, and that is where people will find business courses, and they can get some technical assistance with people that are willing to help and are able to provide those programs.
Okay. So the application is reviewed,
Yes.
and it's a yes or no,
Yes.
or maybe it's not as quite as abrupt as a no. Maybe it's you just need to do this.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we will guide applicants in the right direction depending on what their submission looks like.
All right. Jaden, you have, as we mentioned several times, the grant from the Celtics Shamrock Foundation, Vistaprint, and AACP. So you're going to invest in your business.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I have so many things planned. It's almost like there's so much money. I went from having just enough to so much that I'm like, what do I do with it? And
Nice problem to have.
Amazing problem to have. But it's taken a little bit of planning. So I just want to have all my ducks in a row. I'm planning new releases throughout the year, different projects, different collaborations I'm doing with other creators and stuff. So it's definitely exciting.
You haven't really told us what your business is. No, it's a stationery business.
Yes.
That sounds pretty vanilla, if you will.
Yeah.
But it's a little more than that, because I went on the website and looked at your material.
It definitely is a little more than that, I would like to say. So if you know, greeting cards, stationery, notepads, like all of those different things is what I sell, but I try to put a twist on them as far as catering to the BIPOC community, being Black, Indigenous people of color, because when you walk into your Target, your CVS, and you're trying to find, some cute cards or notepads or anything, you don't really see too much representation. So I actually offer different greeting cards and stationery in Spanish, English, as well as Cape Verdean Creole currently. I am trying to move into Portuguese and other languages that are, in the local scene here in New Bedford and the surrounding towns, but I also do faith-based stationery products as well.
Okay, so in other words, it's not just stationery; it's stationery with a
meaning, a purpose, a mission. It's definitely. I want my stationery and my art to invoke a feeling of happiness, belonging. I want you to feel seen. I want you to feel heard. That's one of the biggest things to me, is for everybody to feel included. And, if I can do that through my art, then I'm happy to do so.
And that's what takes you above a regular stationery store. I would imagine 2024 stationery, we've all got computers. We can all send an
Yes.
email. We can somebody send a brief note on Facebook and say thank you,
Yes.
those kind of things. So somebody who is looking for some special stationery,
Absolutely. Come my way.
should really be
Yes.
checking your business out. Nella Perry, if people want to learn more about NB100, what should they do?
They should go on our website and go to nbedc.org. And they'll be able to look at the grant and loan programs. You'll find NB100 there. Now, the link is not currently active, but it will be once we open up on end of February.
Okay.
So you can still read, the requirements and eligibility and the information on it. It's just not active yet.
All right. So there's the information about NB100 for people looking to start up a new business, perhaps. It has to be in New Bedford. But clearly, there is a place where you can go and get information and start up help that really is important for a new business, and Jaden can testify to that.
Absolutely.
That's for sure. My guests have been Jaden Teixeira, owner of Brown Suga Stationery in New Bedford, and Nella Perry of NB 100, a grant program for small businesses that's run through the New Bedford Economic Development Council. One more time for your web address for your business.
Yes. So it's www.brwnsuga.co.
So there you go. If you're interested in some special stationery, we'll give you a plug there, and that's fine, because I want to congratulate you both for first helping each other. You know, that's collaboration is a great thing, especially when it works. And in this case, it worked.
Yes.
And, of course, for your grant from the Celtics Shamrock Foundation, NAACP, Vistaprint, all the other people who contributed. We don't have enough time to list the entire list.
Right.
But anyway, congratulations, Jaden, and thank you, Nella, for coming in today to further explain NB 100. Thanks both for coming in, and good luck with your respective professions.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Stay with us. Town Square Sunday will continue in just a moment.